So welcome to this 30-minute practice. We're just going to take some time to get into our bodies and check in with our breath. I'm going to share some music here. I'd like you to just plant your feet into your mat. Really press down through the bottoms of your feet. Close your eyes if you like and just start to be aware of your breath. And as we press down through the feet, let's open the palms forward. So assuming that we've been doing a lot of sitting, let's just let this first posture, mountain pose, actually be a stretch, a lengthening across the front of our legs. Take some deep breaths in, and as you do, just feel your shoulders coming up by your ears and dropping back down. You might notice that there's some tension in your neck and your shoulders. It might have been riding there for a while. Just pay attention to that. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. In this short practice, we're mostly going to focus on opening the front of the body that might be rounded forward and folded. Let your arms come all the way behind you, lifting your chest and reaching your fingers back. And then just sweep those arms all the way up overhead and just see what kind of range of motion you have here, bringing your arms behind you and over your head. See if you can start to match that with your breath, that movement. And then let's just start to put the bend in the knees, and as we exhale, come to a flat back when those arms fly behind. Reach and sweep back. One more time, we'll come up high into mountain pose. Let the arms reach behind. Interlace the fingers and breathe across your collarbones. Maybe even yawn. Just let the front of your body stretch. Add some movement with breath here. So on the inhale, reach your arms overhead. Let your palms touch. Exhale, draw your hands into heart center. Inhale, press your arms out wide. Exhale, arms behind, interlace your fingers. Open through the chest on the inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, drop one arm to the side and stretch the side body. Inhale up high. Exhale to switch. Come back all the way up, and then just let your arms float down to your sides. Let's reach the arms high. And as the hands come through heart center, this time forward fold, hinging from the hips. And pause right here to just let your head hang down. Bend and straighten your knees. Shift your weight around in your feet, forward and back and side to side. Let's press hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Do that again, press half lift. Forward fold. One more time, press halfway. Exhale, forward fold. With a bend in the knees, again, scoop the arms up high, and this time lean back just a little bit more. Find a tiny little back bend. Cactus the arms, let the chest open wide. Place one foot slightly behind you. Get just the slightest hint of a hip flexor stretch as the arms press back. Bring your hands together, center. Let's switch legs. Just touch one of the other foot back. Pull your elbows towards the back wall and breathe. Good. And as the hands close together, let's just do that alternating. So we'll step one foot back and you can drop that heel like a warrior one. And we'll alternate side to side. Feeling strength in the back and just a little opening through the front. Coming back to center. Again, we'll reach our arms behind, hinge from the hip, this time interlace, and let your head come down, knuckles lift high. Take even deeper breaths, pushing that breath into the top of your lungs, the space beneath your collarbones. Let's allow our hands to the floor and we'll step back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here to stretch calves, hamstrings, and Achilles tendons. Pedal your heels, deep bend in one knee as the other heel reaches toward the earth. Let's raise one leg up high, bending the knee, and then just open that hip toward the side. Just feel some space across your hip area. And then shifting forward, set that foot on the floor and drop your back knee. We'll bring our hands to the inside of that foot that's down. And then let's just rock the knee open and back to center. Just drop the knee out so you're looking at the bottom of your foot, and then lift your knee to place the bottom of the foot on the ground. Moving around the hip. And then we'll draw that knee upright, separate the hands. We'll use the knee to help us come to a more upright position. And then whichever leg is front, the opposite arm goes up. So you can draw this really big line from fingertips that are on top and knee that's on the bottom. Stretch into that space. Find some kind of an edge here in your body and just be interested with that edge. Not too much, not too little. Find an edge. Release the hand to the mat, and we'll move into a twist. So as the right arm lifts up or front arm lifts up, you can stay on that back knee or tuck your toes, come into a twisting lunge. Fill up with breath. Empty the breath out. Releasing the hand to the earth. Let's come again to downward facing dog, pedaling out those heels, stretching sitting bones high. And then just take the other leg up in the air, bend the knee, open up through the hip. Noticing awareness of the body, awareness of the breath. And then shifting forward, let's set that foot down on the earth. And we'll drop the back knee. The hands come to the inside of that foot. And then we'll just move that knee in and out, juicing the hip. Just move as slowly as you like, finding your way around the other side of your hips. that knee comes back to center, let's separate our hands and we'll press upright. Just find something that feels like length in that bottom leg. That same arm comes up. Imagine just touching the ceiling as you press that knee into the floor, moving in both directions. Looking for that slight edge, something interesting here. Now release the hand to the earth, finding a twist. So you're welcome to stay on the back knee or tuck the toes, lifting that knee, coming into a kneeling lunge. You might notice the opposite sensation of one hip kind of pinching and one hip opening. Deepen the breath all the way down into your hips. Release that hand to the earth. Let that knee settle onto the ground and bring the front knee back. Let's just move through cat-cow. Reset the spine. Notice what's here as you move up and down the vertebra of your back. And let's bring ourselves up to our knees, and we're going to come into camel. So you can tuck your toes, put some padding under your knees if that feels helpful. Bring your hands to your hips and press down on your glutes. Hands or fists. Elbows work their way together behind you. Chest is lifted. And this is a great place to stay, just right here, opening your heart, breathing your breath. Feeling what you're feeling. If you'd like to go a little further, bring your hands to your heels and press into a little bit deeper edge. And what's happening here with my back strong and engaged and my front open. Let's release and settle the hips back over the heels. Take your knees wide and ease yourself down into the opposite, a child's pose. Let gravity take over here. Take in 3-part breaths, breaths that fill up your belly, your ribs, and then your collarbones. And as that breath leaves your body, feel your shoulders soften, your ribs relax, your navel draw in. And then repeat, belly, ribs, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, ribs, belly. Let's start to bring ourselves all the way down onto our belly. And resting here, we'll do one more back strengthening posture. Let's come into Cobra. So you can rest your hands here on the floor. You can come out to fingertips if you'd like to be a little higher. Just feel strength all the way up and down your back. Choose the height that you'd like to show up to right here. Just being a friend to your body, being aware of what you notice, and then accepting what you find here. Let's take one more deep breath here in. posture of Cobra. And then as you're ready, just release one of your cheeks to the earth. Let your arms come down to your sides and just wiggle out your hips. We'll bring our hands back to our shoulders. Come up into a cat pose. So with knees underneath your hips, come onto your fingertips. And let's round our back even more. Tailbone is tucked, chin to chest. Shoulder blades peeling open. Find your neutral spine. Bring yourself around to a seat. Good. In your seated position, let's take the left foot and place it above the right knee and come into a seated figure 4. You're going to flex that foot and you can just push your knee away from you. Sit with a tall spine. And see what you feel in the hip of the top leg, the bent leg. Deep breaths here. You might draw the bottom foot in a little closer, or maybe hands a little closer so that you're sitting more tall. Just notice what you find there in that hip. Let's let the knees open a little bit. Come into fire log pose. So fire log pose, the shins are stacked one over the other. Heel over knee, knee over heel. And if you've got a little space like I do here, you might want to put a block or a pillow or something underneath that knee. We're just going to press. We're going to put some weight on that top knee and just gently press it down as we sit tall. Breathe into a tall spine. Breathe out as you press down. Breathe into a tall spine. Breathe out. Press down. The leg that's on top is going to swing around, come into a mermaid pose. And you can just kind of play around with where that foot is and see if you can anchor your hips close to the ground. We're going to raise the arm of the foot that's back and just find a little side body stretch. Noticing sensation down into the hip. Bring that arm up and switch. If you want, you can hold on to your foot, your shin, or just rest your hands on the floor. Opposite side. Breathe. If we let that arm go, the back leg finds its way forward, and we'll just switch. Right ankle on top of left knee. Come into that seated figure 4. Foot is flexed, spine tall. And just press your knee away from you and feel something happening in the hip of the knee that's bent. Deep, slow breath. Just give your body some oxygen, some love. Stacking the shins into fire log pose, and it's a good idea to keep your feet flexed. That protects the knee. You can place your hands on that top knee and just lift through the crown of your head while you press your hands down. And here we are, this posture, this breath. What seems to be true right here, right now? What do you know to be true in this moment? As we release that posture, let's sweep the right leg around. And then the right arm comes up, side body stretch. If you want, you can come all the way down to the elbow. Just see if you can find some length here through the hip and the right side of your body. Switching arms, anchor, hold onto your leg or put your hand on the floor and then just lift up and over, side body stretch. Let's release, we'll bring that leg back in front of us. Extend both legs and just slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your back. Once you get there, hug your knees into your chest. Move around generously on your low back. Maybe even rock all the way over to one side if it feels like you're going to fall over. Just massage your whole back here. And then let's extend both legs up in the air. You can keep your knees soft or have them more straight. This is a great place to grab a strap or maybe a towel around the bottom of your feet. And then just gently pull down on your toes. And hold on to your ankles, your calves, your feet, but pull your toes down. Let this sensation come all the way up into your Achilles tendons, back of your heels, your calves. Deep, slow breaths. We'll release that, placing our feet on the mat. Let's come into bridge pose. If you have a pillow or a block, you can lift your hips and just come to rest on that object, receiving a passive stretch across the hips. If you'd like something a little more active, press into your feet, interlace your hands. One of the best things we can do when we've been doing a lot of sitting is just allow those hip flexors to be open. If you're resting on something, you can relax your glutes. You might even explore straightening one leg and the other and see how that feels to your low back. And if it feels good, you could extend both legs. Just get a little bit more length and space across the front of your hips. Go back to those 3-part breaths, belly, ribs, shoulders on the inhale. And then exhale, shoulders soften, ribs drop, belly hugs in. 3-part breath filling up. 3-part breath emptying out. Slowly release this posture. Any props that are under you, you can move those. And let's just stretch our body out long, fingers and toes reaching in opposite directions. And then we're going to take about 3 minutes to just rest in stillness. So you are welcome to lay on your back in Shavasana or to come to a seat, whichever seems most comfortable to you. And when you find the position that you choose, just close your eyes and continue taking those deep, slow 3-part breaths. Breath in your belly, breath in your back, feeling the rib cage expand and soften. Feeling shoulders and shoulder blades moving with breath. Resting here, noticing your whole body just pulsing with life, aliveness. You might notice a subtle tingling in your fingers or your toes. You might notice tingling around your mouth, your face, signs of aliveness. As you take this next deep breath, allow your mouth to open as you sigh the exhale. If you're lying on your back, take a slow transition to a seat. And with your eyes remaining closed, let one of your hands come to the space over your heart, and let the other hand cover the first. Breathe so that you feel breath underneath your hand. This beating heart, this wise heart. This place of knowing, this place of our truth. Just take a moment to honor that place in you and to just acknowledge anything that's here as truth for you. Bring our hands together in this gesture of gratitude, acknowledging what showed up for us as truth. Maybe there is an action that allows us to live that truth. Maybe there's a way of being in the world based on what we know to be true. Thank you for taking time for yourself. listening to your body, listening to your own truth.